Hi, I'm Stephanie Freeth, and I'm really amazed that you've chosen to join me for Reflective Reset. I had this idea. I've watched a lot of the leaders that I work with, watching them not have space, not have time to reflect, and being in go mode all the time. I said, what can I do in this crazy time when there's a lot going on externally, a lot of uncertainty? So I had this idea to create this space. And this is an experiment, so I would love to get your feedback after you've gone through this. But what we're going to do today is I'm going to share 5 journal prompts. I'm also going to talk to you a little bit about sitting in the void and what that means. This is just time for you, time to reflect, time to see what comes up with these curated questions. And a lot of my stuff, I like to do a lot of exchange. I like to do a lot of talking and sharing. And in this one, it's really meant to be holding private space for you. So I want to talk about just this concept of sitting in the void. When I did this songwriter's journey recently, and that's a whole nother story, but one of the songs that I wrote was called Creative Revolution. And it's one of those songs that I kind of had this idea come through, and this lyric of come and sit in the void, come and walk through the rain. There's more to it, but this idea of sitting in the unknown, and that can seem scary. Sometimes I think we fill our schedules up because we are scared to be in the unknown space. And yet, in my experience, learning how and being willing to sit in the void, the unknown possibility, where all creativity and creation and possibility comes from, if we can't slow down and connect into that space, it's very hard to create intentionally, to have a vision and create what we want to create. So this practice of learning to sit in the void, being with this space of the unknown, sitting with these questions, that's really the experience that I want to co-create with you today. So grab your pen, grab your paper, and we're going to start the first set of questions. There are 5 of them. I'm going to give good spacing so that you have plenty of time to do each of these. If you find that you're in a different sync than I am, stay on your own pace, but I'm going to give a good probably 4 minutes between each of these questions. If nothing's coming up, then, we're also just sitting and waiting and listening. And actually, let's do this. To make sure that we're fully prepared for the questions, let's actually just do a short meditation, and then we'll move into the journal prompts. So I would invite you to really ground your feet into the floor, and you can really be supported by the chair that you're in. Let your full body be supported by the weight of that chair. You can close your eyes or lower your eyelids and just start to bring your attention inward. Just start to notice what's here. Just going to follow the breath, and I'm going to take you into the most simple breathing exercise of 4x4 breathing. You can do this anytime in a meeting, before a meeting. 4 deep breaths. I'm going to count you up to 4. We're going to go back down to 4, and we're just going to do that 4 times. So just breathe in, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. And breathe in, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. One more. In, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. And just let your breath return to its normal rhythm. That simple breathing exercise can reset your body and brain chemistry. And while we're there, let's also practice what I'd call tuning into all of our centers of intelligence. You can keep your eyes closed if you'd like. We have not only our intellect, but we also have our emotional intelligence, and we have body intelligence. And so let's see if we can listen to our body's intelligence right now. So I want you to drop your attention and your focus from your head down into the center of your body, kind of in that gut space. And from here, you can just notice the rise and fall of your breath in the belly, just keeping your attention focused on the body. You might also tune into your body's awareness and see if anything else is wanting to get your attention. It might be popping, buzzing, clenching. Just notice, is there anything in your body that feels tight, that feels like there's movement there? And if so, no need to judge it, just be with it. Just be like, oh, my right foot is moving back and forth. Just noticing that, letting it do what it's doing. No need to attach any meaning to it. And you might notice, oh, my heart is beating quickly. It's just your body showing its wisdom. A lot of times we're just not tuning into it. So it's just a practice to start to notice what's happening in our body in this present moment. And as you're paying attention to your body intelligence, you might also notice emotions that are present. So take your attention, move it to your heart space. And from that heart space, you might check to see if one of the major emotions is here. Could be sadness, could be fear, could be anger. And there's a range of ways we feel this. Anger might feel like frustration or resentment. Fear might feel like apprehension, uncertainty, a little bit of anxiousness. And sadness might feel like kind of blue, slow, like a weighty type of feeling. If any or all of these are present for you, just again welcoming, oh, sadness is here, or fear is here. And joy might be present here too. Sometimes as humans, we have access to those fear, sadness, anger emotions, but sometimes we're not fully connecting to our joy. So see if you can feel joy in this moment. And maybe it's a soft version of joy, not ecstatic, but just here and content. See if that's available to you in this moment. So now that we've welcomed those body sensations, those emotions, we can move towards closing out this meditation, but don't rush. If you can slowly open your eyes. I like to reorient to the room that I'm in, so I'll kind of look around. I might touch the desk, get my senses back in, just be able to then transition back together. So after that experience, just notice, has there been a shift in how you're feeling, even since we just started this time together? Sometimes even taking 10 minutes to do some type of meditative practice can really reset our nervous system, get us to a place where we can be present in the moment. And so from that space, from that presence in the moment, let's enter into these journal prompts and see what's here for you today. We're going to open the space to ask some of these questions and sit with the answers. So as we just did in the meditation, I'd invite you to listen. And it's not just with your ears, but listening from your gut, listening from your heart like we just did. You can orient in those different places as you do this. And we're just going to start with our first question. So here's the first question I want to offer you. What wants to be acknowledged? Sometimes when we can acknowledge what's here for us, rather than repressing it, rather than skipping over it, just acknowledging like, you know what, I'm scared right now. The world feels really out of control. And it's not, you still might not like what you're acknowledging, but you're willing to say, I'm just going to acknowledge what's here right now for me. And this could be anything that's coming up. So let's go into it. We'll sit in the void now. I'm not going to play music in the background because I really want you to just sit in stillness, sit in silence, and listen to your inner prompts. Listen to those body sensations, listen to emotion that comes up, And you can you can write with your pen. Feel free to do automatic writing where you just kind of write anything that's coming through. You're not censoring it. You're just letting whatever comes through come through. So this next one orients us to appreciation. Sometimes appreciation can be hard to access when we're feeling overwhelmed. And yet appreciating what we already have right in this present moment, even the small things, is really important for helping us ground, helping us find that sense of peace within. So what can you appreciate right in this moment? It could be something like these examples: my health, having shelter, having food, maybe a family member or a friend, being able to access quiet and peace in this moment or in another moment. And as you do this one, I'd encourage you to really center in your heart center and really feel into, so not only making this a mental exercise, but feeling into in your heart, what do you want to appreciate, and connecting to that appreciation from within. And from a place of appreciation, we'll move into this next one. What is ready to be claimed or created? Do you want to connect to a desire or a dream? This could come up as words. It could come up as images you see of a vision. It could come up as body sensations. But just check in. Is anything ready to be claimed? Like, I want to claim this as mine. This is what I want to move forward with. This is what I want to create. And maybe nothing's here, but just check in, listen as you sit with this question because when we're sitting in the void, we're sitting with all possibility. It's both the nothingness from which everything is also possible. So see if in this moment there's anything that's arising that wants to be claimed, seen, created, brought to life. So now that you've had a chance to allow whatever was going to come through in that moment, let's move on to our fifth and final prompt. So this one, if you trusted your inner knowing, what is one thing you would do or say today? So many times we might have a gut sensation, we might have a feeling, but we doubt our inner knowing. This, in my experience, this isn't something in our head. It's something that I experience in my heart and my gut space. And it's this deep knowing. Sometimes we don't know how we know. We just know, and we're connected to that. So lean into this question. If you really trusted your knowing, is there something you've been holding back? Maybe you haven't been taking an action. Maybe there's something that you've been meaning to say to someone that you've been stopping yourself from doing that. Is there anything that you would want to do or say today if you trusted your inner knowing? So I hope that time just to be with your thoughts, sense into what was emerging for you, being able to connect with that stillness, with the void, and acknowledge what's here. Be gracious and grateful for what is arising, appreciate what's arising, and also connect into creativity. I hope that this created a little bit of space for you to be able to do that. And what I wanted to do today is to close out with a song I wrote called Creative Revolution that I mentioned at the beginning. So when I worked with the Brothers Corin to write this song and to go on this songwriter's journey, they describe 5 stages of creativity that I think are really helpful. The first is called the download. So you're literally waiting for like, oh, did a melody drop in? Did some words drop in? And so what we've been practicing is being in that space of letting things kind of emerge. And a lot of times it was when I was out walking my dog and out in nature that these little snippets of ideas for songs would come through. And so the first is being with the download. The second, in the context of the song, is called sculpting. You're taking what came through, you're working with it, you're kind of sculpting that into some shape. The next is called framing, when you're taking, okay, we've got a chorus, we've got a verse, we've got a line here, how are we going to frame this? And then the next one's actually making. So you make the song, you produce it, and only at the end do you critique or say, what do we want to do with this? We're going to curate it. We're going to, and maybe you do nothing with it. Maybe you, it's a creative expression and you move on. And in the case of this song that I want to play as we're ending today's session, Creative Revolution, this one really did drop in as a download, and then being able to collaborate. And I had the idea, I sent it back to Isaac and Torald, they created the music around it, and then I ended up writing the rest of the lyrics to the song. And I wrote this in November of 23, and it really felt like it kind of dropped in. And I'm hoping that it's a source of inspiration for you. We're going to play it, and if we can get the audio right. And you're welcome to, if you need to go, feel free, but we're going to play this song. And then after the song is over, I will stick around a little bit if anybody wants to chat. But I know this is the middle of a busy work day, so I wanted to play this song for you. It's one of my favorites. It means a lot to me, and I hope it provides a little bit of inspiration in this time. And I hope that this was a valuable experience for you. We will be sending out a survey. Would love to get your feedback about how this went. And so we're going to play Creative Revolution. Let's see if I can get this going.
The creative revolution is underway. Will you share your gifts? Are you open for unfolding? And will you stand up now? Join me in the shaping. So come and sit in the void. Come and walk through the rain. Come and dance through the fire to alchemize the pain. Dare to feel your heart break, and there's to still be open to the joy that's here for you. Break free, go beyond what you've ever known. Break free. Just trust and you'll be shown. Yeah, turn within. Yeah, find your power. Break free. Be the vessel for this new birth. The creative revolution calls you forward now. Come give from your depths. And in the midst of dissolution raging all around, you will light the way. So come and sit in the void. Come and walk through the rain. Come and dance through the fire to alchemize the pain. Dare to feel your heart break, and there's to still be open to the joy that's here for you. Break free, go beyond what you've ever known. Break free. Trust and you'll be shown. Yeah, turn within. Yeah, find your power. Break free. voice, let it come on through. Dare to rejoice, it's up to you. Stop holding back, stop blaming them, stop playing small. Answer the call, stop holding back, stop playing small. Break free, go beyond what you've ever known. Break free, just trust and you'll be shown. Yeah, turn within, yeah, light your power. Break free, be the vessel for this new
I hope you connected to some of those words. One of the lines that I like the most, and I feel like all the destruction that we're seeing right now, we are in the midst of a creative revolution, and it's painful, and there's a lot of destruction, and yet it's calling us all forward to become creators, to become the creators of our own experience, to feel a vision for what we want to create. We might not like what we're seeing around us, but how can we, as the line says, turn within and find our power? That's really what I want to leave you with today, is how will you turn within, find your power, share your light. The light, that one of the lines is also, the creative revolution calls you forward now. Come give from your depths. And in the midst of dissolution raging all around, you will light the way. And that's what I want to leave you with. Even in the midst of so much going on right now, I just want to encourage you to find your peace, find your power within, taking time to reflect, taking time to find that power within. That's really where true power lies. And I believe that the more we heal as human beings and turn within and find our power, the more that will be reflected in the world. And so I hope this was a helpful experience for you today. If you'd like to share what came up for you, feel free to do so in the chat. I know we're after time. It's 12:47 now. So thank you for being here. If you're watching this recording later, thank you for taking the time for yourself to do this. And again, we'd love your feedback about whether this was helpful or not. I'm experimenting and trying different ways to bring a lot of what I've learned to people. And so would just be interested if something like this you'd like to do more of this. So thanks for being here. I really appreciate it. Have a great weekend, and I'll see you again soon. I will stick around here for the last couple minutes until 1 o'clock if anybody wants to chat. But otherwise, thanks so much and take care. Bye.